Hey guys, welcome back to Harpies in the Trees, where I review horror books with a supernatural focus. Vlog edition. So I've actually tried to start this vlog a couple of times, and I think really what it came down to was that I didn't want to film in the cemetery. And even though there was no rule that I have to, I think I just always feel like I want to. But I did find this new cemetery. It's really cute. I hope I can film there for the next vlog. I have my candles going and I have some stuff ready for tea time in a little bit, and just, you know, have some autumn coziness going on, even though it's not autumn yet. That's okay, it's always autumn on the inside. For today's vlog, we're gonna be reading Mina and the Undead by Amy McCaw. This is an ARC request. I have already started reading it, so I am probably right in the middle at this point, and I'm enjoying it so far. The other book we're going to be reading today is the Folcroft Ghosts by Darcy Coates, who you know is a favorite of mine, and I just realized that I hadn't read anything of hers lately, and that actually made me kind of sad. So whenever I'm doing pairings like this, I really like to pair together books that I feel just go well together. So I think these are gonna be pretty complementary. So to kick off the vlog, I definitely want to start with this book because I've already gotten a pretty good distance through the other book, and I'm just really curious to see what this is about. So the synopsis says that this is about two siblings, a boy and a girl, whose mother is in the hospital. And they've gone to live with their grandparents, but their grandparents are a little strange, a little unusual, and they live in this very big house, but the house itself is also strange and unusual. It makes a lot of noises, there's whispering, there's locked doors, and also there's like some kind of rumor about a daughter that drowned a really long time ago. And at some point there is this really big storm that happens and knocks out all the electricity, and you know, they're alone in the house, but their grandparents are acting really erratic, and there's a lot of stuff that they need to figure out. So it sounds pretty cool. Let's give it a read.
Chapter 1. Temporary. Specks of rain hit the windshield and evaporated within seconds. It had been a clear, warm day when Tara and Kyle stepped into Miss Jennings' car outside Plymouth Hospital.
Okay, so that's 24 pages, so I'm up to chapter 4, and so far it's pretty fun. There's a lot of red flags that are happening, just kind of meeting these grandparents. It seems like, you know, the kids, they're 15 and 12, or 15 and 11. They're really upset because their mother is in the hospital, and so their future is uncertain. So this is something that's really weighing heavily down on their shoulders. And then they have to meet these grandparents that they've never met before, which is pretty weird for them. They have a lot of questions, you know, like why didn't they meet them before? You know, why didn't these grandparents go to see their mother in the hospital? And the house itself definitely sounds like there's something going on. It's very subtle, but it's definitely hinting. Feeling oppressive, feeling too quiet, feeling too still. So there's a little bit of this like mystery about the grandparents, but there's also like why their mom isn't speaking to the grandparents anymore. And also, you know, what are the true intentions of the grandparents? I like it so far. It's very fun already. So this is gonna be no problem reading and getting through at all. So let's talk about Mina and the Undead. So like I said, I'm already at page 133. I've been reading this pretty consistently, actually. This story is about a 17-year-old girl named Mina who comes to visit her sister Libby in New Orleans. Libby works at this really cool place called the Horror Mansion. And in the different rooms of the mansion, they have set up scenes from very popular horror movies. from the 1990s down. You kind of go through all of these rooms and, you know, you see all these different scenes and stuff, and some of them are interactive and they have actors and stuff. So it sounds really awesome. And Libby is one of the tour guides, or she is a tour guide. The premise of the story is basically about Mina and Libby's relationship, and like how their relationship has kind of become sort of strained and full of tension. And then the other part is that Mina stumbles upon this corpse, this body at the horror mansion. So now it's definitely kind of turned in a little bit into like a whodunit, you know, like murder mystery type thing. And right now I'm kind of just at this point where they are finding some details and some information about this murder, and they're definitely finding this information in ways that are a little bit unorthodox, I guess we could say. One of the things about Mina that's really funny is that she's like really thirsty. She's just like really horny, and she's like really into like one of the characters, and it's really funny though, like the way that she talks about it. It's like really playful and funny, and totally relatable, you like being a teenager and having crushes and stuff.
So thirsty.
Right now I'm at this point where Mina and her love interest are really coming together. So I'm eager to see what happens a little bit more with the murder and stuff like that. So I want to see if we can get anywhere a little further with that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and read like another 20 pages or so.
The flyer said New Orleans Hell Tours presents the Horror Quest. This was our chance to let go and have some fun. I wanted to recapture that feeling of my first trip to the mansion. Jared slung an arm around my shoulder and said, "Sounds awesome." "As long as it's not too awesome," Libby said. "Tandy said she'll pay for our tickets so we can snoop. Empire is sponsoring this event. We have to..."
Okay, so now I'm at 154, which is chapter 19. So since Libby works at this horror mansion, her employer has offered to pay her and her coworkers to go to this other kind of competitor just to check out to see what they're doing, what their horror tour is like. So you go to one location and the location is set up in some type of horror scene, but you have to get a clue and then you have to figure out the clue and then go to the next destination. So I'm so envious. I definitely want to be there with them while they're going through these horror mansions and stuff. It just sounds like a lot of fun. So I think this is going to be definitely a pretty good read. It is fun. It kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe like Sabrina, like the Netflix version a little bit, just kind of that vibe, just a bit. Not with as much dark fantasy, but kind of like that vibe. What I really do appreciate about McCaw's writing is it's really easy to read and it's fun and has a lot of humor to it, and I think it does like a really great job of just setting up the scene. But it also has like little descriptive gems like this, for instance, where Mina is talking about her father and like the color of his eyes. And she describes his eyes like this. She says, "He had these green eyes that mesmerized me even as a little girl. They were as deep as a murky lake where a murder victim could be weighted down and forgotten." What I'm hoping for with this in the end is, just an exciting conclusion, something that's kind of just, just really fun and exhilarating. And it feels like it probably will. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. So I think for tomorrow, we're just gonna concentrate on the Folcroft Ghosts with Darcy Coates so we can get a little bit further. I already really wanna keep reading. So we will continue tomorrow.
And before I go to bed, some ghost videos. So it's the next day and I'm headed to my temp job in Neukölln. And these are the stairs that lead up to the offices I work in. I brought my book, and these stairs are really creepy actually. They're really awesome. It looks like a bottomless pit down there. And here I am, looking busy, being busy, girl boss, And now I have some time to read, so I'm gonna read my Darcy Coates book. I think I'm gonna do a lot of damage today. I'm at page 42. Now it's nighttime, and look at that moon. It's so pretty. So moody, too.
So it is the night, and it's about 10 o'clock p.m. I wanted to close up the vlog by talking a little bit more about the Folcroft Ghosts by Darcy Coates. I have to say that I'm really missing Darcy Coates. I just didn't even realize how much I missed her writing until I was just started to read again. And I have again been sucked into one of her books. I know that I'm always going to be in for just some kind of creepy, cozy situation. The Folcroft Ghost, though, has a little bit more of a weirdness to it, a little bit of a darkness. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that movie, The Visit. If you've ever seen that horror film where it's about two kids who go to see their grandparents and there's something really wrong with their grandparents. It's not the same story and has really nothing to do with that movie, but it definitely has that vibe. So I'm really enjoying this creepiness that's going on, and I'm already at I'm at page 115, so I have just been kind of burning through this book today. And where I'm at right now is with the daughter Tara and her younger brother Kyle, who are beginning to suspect that there is something not right here. There's something not right about the house. There's something kind of weird about their grandparents. But there's also some spooky stuff going on that they don't really understand. Their mother has been in some type of an accident, so she's in the hospital and she's actually not conscious. So they're really not able to talk to anyone about what's happening. It's being set up really well, so the curiosity is building, and there's a lot of little events and stuff that are happening that just sound like, yes, that is weird and I need to know what this is about. I really sort of love this uncomfortable awkwardness. I think we've all kind of experienced that, you know, when we met relatives we never knew before, but there's like this type of familiarity that's there because they're your family members, but you don't know them at all, so it feels really strange. And one of the things that the grandmother does in this book is she's very huggy, and she likes to stroke your hair and all that kind of stuff, which is really sweet. Except when you don't really know this person at all, it can kind of seem a little odd, you know? So I'm really enjoying this. I think this is going to be a really good read. This is great. I have two books that I'm reading. This is Mina and the Undead and this one, and I think that they're going to be pretty good. Depends on how it goes from here. It depends on how they conclude and all that good stuff. As you guys may know, I made a little post on the community tab about the 4,000 subscriber special. And, you know, I put out some ideas out there for you guys to vote on, and you guys did. So we're going to be doing the spooky library tour, which I really love the last one that I did before, but this time I kind of want to make it a little bit more, just like one step up above that one, in the sense of just making it kind of this experience. So I already have some ideas in mind. I'm pretty excited about it. One of the things I want to do is I want to take my little favorite, like I'd really like to do some stop motion with this guy. You know, I think that'll just be really fun. Nothing crazy, but you know, just to add a little bit of that spookiness and fun. I was also thinking that maybe I would do a little Q&A where you guys could ask me some questions and then I'll answer them on the library tour. So I'm gonna make a tab for that in the community section, and you can just throw down some questions down there, whatever you like. And if I showed you my library right now, it is such a wreck because it's like when I'm going in, taking books in and out all the time for videos or for photos or just for references for whatever I need them for, it's like, it just becomes such a mess. And I got some new books in, so it is going to be a perfect time to just create a whole entire new layout and hopefully come up with something really cool. And also, one of the other ideas I have is creating these floating candles, which I really want to make. So I'm thinking about doing a dark arts and crafts video on those because they're very easy to make, but they're just really fun. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this blog the last couple of days. I'm really enjoying these two books. I think it's going to be a good review, but we'll see. Who knows? The ending You know, it can come out of nowhere sometimes. I will also be going on vacation for a week at the Baltic Sea, so that's gonna be really nice. I am gonna vlog a little bit, but probably that's about it. So if you liked this video, please like and comment below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that bell button if you would like to be notified. Oh no, well, I accidentally blew out the candle, but other than that, please take care of yourselves, look out for each other, and I will talk to you next time.